Basically, it started in the mid-'80s, and Mount Rainier gets about 10,000 climbers a year. We also get a lot of day use, particularly at Camp Muir. And so back in 1995, we instituted a climbing fee, a cost recovery fee, that currently is $30 per climber, and it's an annual pass. And that money is used for a variety of things, including human waste removal. And so on the upper mountain, we use two different things. We have solar toilets at the high camps, and then we have the Blu-Bag system, which I'm talking about today. So the two high camps are Camp Sherman and Camp Muir, and that's where most of the climbers go through, and again, we have toilets there. Here's the solar toilet at Camp Sherman, but above the high camps, and there are other high camps on the mountain and also on the routes, people are asked to use Blu-Bags. And so what is a Blu-Bag? Well, it's a very simple thing. It's just an inner bag of light plastic, and then an outer heavier plastic bag and two twist ties. And people basically use it similar to how people pick up dog feces in the in a city park. So that the climber defecates on the snow, uses the Blu-Bag, inverts it, uses it as a glove to pick up the waste, then twist ties it, then puts it in the heavier bag, and then now the Blu-Bag is then carried down to a collection site. And I just threw this in to kind of show how much it costs us. Basically, the materials cost us approximately 10 cents per quote-unquote Blu-Bag. And then because we assemble them at the park, sometimes it's volunteers, but most of the time it's paid staff, it's anywhere from 6 to 15 cents per bag to assemble it, and we try to get people like fee collectors while they have downtime to do that. Blu-Bag pickup, most climbers pick it up when they're registering for the climb. Extra bags are available at the high camps, and then each climber is usually provided with 2 bags. And that's part of the reason we're still using this, the antiquated Brontosaurus system, the cost and just the number of bags. We have Blu-Bag collection barrels in strategic places throughout the park. And this includes the major trailheads and then the 2 high camps. So one of the things that we do with the Blu-Bags at the high camps is we'll collect them there, and so we use a small helicopter to both fly supplies up, but also fly waste barrels from the toilets and then also the Blu-Bags down. So unlike at Shasta, instead of just taking the Blu-Bags and we're taking it to a landfill, we actually dispose of it through a company called Stericycle. And so what we do is once all the bags are flown down, we prepare them by removing the bags from the barrels, trying to get it into approximately 40-pound bags and then put it into a cardboard box. The boxes are then sealed and picked up by Stericycle. So you can see it's a real fun job, especially when it's really hot outside. And then what happens is that we're very lucky that the Stericycle company, one of its main transportation hubs, is 30 miles from where the park is at. So we just schedule them to come pick it up. They pick it up, put it on a small truck. We sign away, and off it goes to their facility. And so once it's from Morton, it's processed in Morton, put in a larger truck. It's then transported down to a waste-to-energy facility in Marion County, Oregon. And there, the boxes are incinerated, and the current cost is $30 per box. And the incinerator is used to generate electricity for Marion County, Oregon. In 2009, we got rid of approximately 2,800 pounds of Blu-Bags at a cost of $2,400 just for the disposal. And over the last 8 years, that's been about what the average is, $2,300. The pros of the system is that it's a relatively cheap system. The bags are about 25 cents, including assembly. Getting rid of it is about 25 cents per climber. They're easy to use, and the really great thing is that since this has been instituted, there's almost no human waste, except for when Mike Ells leaves it behind on purpose, on any of the routes. There's still some, and we still have to pick up some of the waste, but it really has made a huge difference just because people, and it's just the same story that everybody's telling, that once people get educated and used to it, it's not that difficult to do. And the collection sites are fairly easy to manage. The cons are that they're really, sometimes bags get left behind, so it's that thing of, like he was talking last night on Everest, that people say, well, I've got it in the bag now, I can leave it behind. Because we're willing to fly off the waste, we don't require people to carry them all the way down. We are using helicopters to take them from the high camps. Again, we've chosen to do that just because we are flying from there, and it does make it so I think we have better compliance of people not throwing it into the toilets. The waste has to be picked up and disposed of by Stericycle. And then one of the downsides is that it is incinerated, and of course, incinerating anything, there's always some type of, pollution that's coming off of that. The only other system that we've tried doing were the rest stop 2 bags, and again, the representatives here, and they worked great, and we could throw them in the trash, and the commercials, I gave them mostly to the guide services, and they loved them. But the biggest thing for us is the cost, because if we were to give 2 of these out to every climber, we'd be spending like $26,000 versus, and that was the price, that good wholesale price they gave me a few years ago, and I'm not exactly sure what the price is now, versus we're spending approximately $5,000 at the moment.